Hare Om. We are going to discuss today Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga. And yesterday we saw the fourth stanza, that is Tataha. After third, Adhastordhane Narupamasyeha Tathoparabhyate Nanto Nachadir Sampratishtha Aswattamenam Suvirudamulam Asanga Sastrena Dridhena Chitva. After cutting this root of this world tree by the strong weapon axe of dispassion, then after cutting it, then one should think of the absolute only, nothing else, not of the world. If you think of the world is there. If you don't think of it, it is not at all there. So, if you have extreme dispassion and discrimination, then you have to think of the only absolute, not of the world. Tameva chadyam purusam prapadye yataha pravritti prasrita purani, from which this world has taken origin. This we have discussed yesterday thoroughly. Just as the object has its shadow or the reflection, as long as the object will be there, the reflection will have to be there. So, the moment you think of the object, reflection is not seen. Let it be there or not, what does it matter to you? So, one has to think of the only absolute, the object, the matter, and all other matters are not the matters really. The world is not at all there, it is just reflection. So don't think of it. You have to renounce it thoroughly. And there should not be any other thought than the absolute. And reaching there, nobody comes return to this world of karma and karma phal cycle. It is no more seen again. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosaha. Today we shall see who can do it, who is capable of thinking the absolute ceaselessly, continuously, without having any break, and not thinking of the world. Who is capable of doing it? So he says the qualities an aspirant should have. What are the qualities? That we shall discuss today. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosa adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha and dvandeir mimuktaha dukkha sange dukkha sukha dukkha sangehi vimuktaha gachanti amudhaha padam tat abhyam padam. So he says, free from pride and delusion. All these are divine qualities an aspirant should have. Then only he will be able to think of the Absolute continuously, and no world thought can enter into its mind. Free from pride and delusion, victorious over the evil of attachment, dwelling constantly in the self, their desires having completely turned away, freed from the pairs of opposites known as the pleasure and pain, etc., the undeluded one who has all these divine qualities, he reaches the original goal, eternal goal. All these qualities we will discuss today. Wherever there is pride, there is stiff egoism, absence of discrimination between the real and the unreal is called moha. Perversion is moha. To think of the object just opposite as it is really. So all these, say the first and foremost quality one should have, free of egoism. How is this egoism? As long as your mind and fourfold mind, intellect and subconscious mind, which is pervaded by or saturated by ego. Ego only takes all these forms. Without ego there is no mind, there is no intellect, nothing is there. आप इधर बैठ जाओ, बार बार जा रहा है. वो क्या रहा है, कनेक्शन में कुछ गड़बड़ी? There is a beautiful story on ego. Shall I tell you the story? The story is, there was a poor boy in Punjab. He had no landed property, he had nothing to eat, all alone in the family. Very, very poor fellow. So he was always hankering for good food or some good dress. Always, because Punjab is a rich province, everybody is laborious and everybody is very rich in every sense. They are very laborious, they don't sit idle. So everybody enjoys the happiness of life. But this fellow, he was very poor, he had nothing to eat, he was always seeing the rich people and he was always sad. What to do? One day he had some plan and he somehow begging somewhere from, he collected little money and had a beautiful suit and boot, beautiful dress with a tie and all those. And he chalked out a plan. He used to go by dressing up nicely, making hairs and everything. He will go wherever there is marriage ceremony or other ceremonies. So many ceremonies go on and people enjoy feast and everything. So he will dress up nicely and he will go there and he will pose like a very gentleman and knowing everybody. So, of course, nobody knows him. He will go and shake hand with everyone. Hello, how are you? How is your children? Are you nice? Uh, are you not able to recognize me? Oh, long ago we had seen. Never mind. People forget like that. Everything is well. I am going. I have to arrange all these, you know. He will be going there and coming here and looking at. Are this clock he has placed it here. I told them not to fix it here. Anyhow, these people they don't hear. Okay. Like this you will go on turning here and there and talk something nonsense, irrelevant, and show up as if he is the very important person arranging everything there. So everybody will respect him, handshake with him, and he will enjoy good food and talking with everyone. He knows nobody, nobody know him, but he will pose like a gentleman, knowing everyone, and he is the manager, everything, arranging everything. He started enjoying in this way and being happy. He was going on with it. Sometime somebody, his daughter's marriage was there, and this fellow was there. And same fellow, he was present in somebody else's marriage ceremony, and this fellow also is there, gentleman. So there he knew this fellow doesn't belong to our party, but maybe some other party. He has come, he has a guest, so I have to respect him. When he saw him there, and again he saw somewhere else also, he had suspicion, something. Who is he? So all of a sudden, he hold his hand. My dear, where from you are? Who invited you here? Oh, you know, everybody knows me. They had to. I cannot refuse anybody, you see. He knew this fellow has a little suspicion. Oh, yes, I am coming. We shall talk. No. Tell me who are you, where from you are, and who has invited you here. He didn't leave him, and he was trying to escape, but he couldn't. So he was caught, and poor fellow could not reply anything. And when they were talking rudely like this, the other fellows also got together. Yes, I saw this fellow there also. So everybody got together and said, yes, who are you? Where from you have come? This fellow couldn't reply anything. He was caught red-handed, and they started beating him. Fellow, this must be a cheat. He is a thief. He is present in every ceremony. Or they started beating right and left. And this fellow shouted, please leave me, I will tell you the truth. From that day onward, somehow he went away, escaping, and from that day onwards he never thought of going anywhere. All the dress and everything is burnt into ashes. No more, because he was beaten severely on that day. So the ego is just like this. This is the ego reaching everywhere, becoming important everywhere. Yes, mind is telling, yes, I am the mind. Body, yes, I am the body. My eyes are unable to see. Yes, I am unable to see. I am unable to hear. Yes, I am unable to hear. I. That I is present everywhere. And once it is caught by a man of discrimination, then this fellow will hide forever. He will not raise his head again. So this is how the ego is terrific. Without ego, we don't understand what is mind or intellect or prana or body or senses, nothing we see. Neither he nor I, nor any object or seer or seen, nothing. Ego is present everywhere. This I, this false I, which is not all these, that is called ego, and ego is the root cause for all our miseries and misunderstanding and all this ignorance. So, without controlling this ego, nothing can be achieved, nothing. All these fourfold mind, prana and body, senses, anything. Seer means I am the seer. Yes. Seen means yes, I have seen it. Everywhere it is present, so this ego should be controlled by an aspirant fast, and this is possible only by discrimination and detachment. If you don't perceive anything, if you shut down your all the India's senses, if you don't have contact, slowly, that's how Gurudev used to say, don't see unnecessarily around you. Look at your toe while walking. Don't see around. Unnecessary association with the sense objects. It creates attachment, and when you see something again and again, the desires are born. And desires means again and again you have to fulfill them, and you go on fulfilling the desires and being attached with the desired objects. The whole life is spent on this only. So somehow or other, by the first and foremost quality should be finding fault with the whole world. तुलसीदास जी कहते हैं, जाको प्रिय न राम वैदेही, तजहूँ तात ताही, कोटि बैरी सम, यद्यपि परम स्नेही. One who doesn't like Ram and Sita, that means the absolute. One who has no liking for the spiritual path or the path of the absolute, even though he is most dear to you, let him your father or mother, your dear children or brother or sister, whatever, closest friend, anybody, if he is against this spiritual path. He came, let him go to hell. Don't care for him. Tajahun tat tahi koti bairi sama. As if he is equal to crores of enemies. He is your enemy. Enemy. That's how you have to look at the world. Everybody really is enemy only. Who helps you to, who is really there who speaks of don't do anything and sit and meditate? Have you seen any person? Don't do anything. Sit and meditate and think of God. Are you doing your japa continuously? Go and do japa. Have you seen any person telling like this? Suranar naga sab kahin e riti, swarth lagi karai sab priti. Everybody, Santa Sukhaya, in Upanishad also it is given, for the sake of this self enjoyment only, everybody loves others. Atmanastu kamaya sarve priyam bhavanti. So, don't think anybody in this world, let him be so dear to you, is really dear to you. Everybody is enemy only. So close your eyes. All the relationships are just cut down. I have no relationship with anyone. Then only you can renounce the world and go alone to the jungle. Then only. So this finding fault with the others, the whole world, is a must for the aspirant. Then only you can renounce something. Nobody is dear to you. And this is how you have to find fault with others. Though in worldly parlance it is forbidden. It is not good conduct. It is out of efficacy. You should not find fault with others. You should see good things in others. Then only you will be good. In worldly parlance. But one who has got intense desire to give up world and go to God, then he has to find fault with the whole world. This is how the detachment from objects, sense objects, and your relations can be developed, and then only desires also will be lessened and it will be totally destroyed, and then one can have discrimination, and then only one can get rid of this delusion and ego. Or else this I will not leave you, it will chase you wherever you do, go, whatever you do. So this is how nirmana moha, free from pride and delusion. You see in 14th chapter we saw the nature plays with three qualities only, and we think maybe this tamas and rajas, they are bad qualities, but sattva is nice, isn't it? But sattva is most dangerous. Jnana sangena vadhnati, sukha sangena vadhnati. It binds you by so-called knowledge. I have the knowledge of the scriptures. Who is equal to me? It enhances your pride, ego. and happiness. I am the happiest man under the sun. So it somehow or other, unawareingly, it binds you to the world. So all these three qualities should be understood thoroughly, and whatever comes by it, it should be got rid of. So in this way, if one is always aware, so this 24 hours awareness, then only one can have Adhyatma Nitya, continuous thought of the Absolute. Then only one can think of the Absolute ceaselessly, without any interruption. Then only it is possible. And then only one can get rid of Sanga dosa, attachment. If the senses are completely controlled and you have the wrong vision over the, means a negative vision of the world, you see the whole world as enemy to you. You cannot have any desires, attachment, and that is Jita Sanga dosa. Victorious over the evil of attachment. How the attachment grow? When you have the contact of your senses with the sense object again and again, then there starts the attachment. Somehow or other, the mind, your old sanskaras, old, memories, they come out to the surface of the mind, and the mind you want to have it near you, use it as you like, dominate over the object. That's how attachment, and attachment gives rise to desires, and the moment there is a desire, you are bound to fulfill it, and one is fulfilled means 10 others are brought forth. So, Rakta Bij, if one is dead, all those drops of blood will give rise to many demons like that. So desires are most dangerous. But one thing, to control the desire, you have to apply desires only. One should be clever. Yoga karmasu kausalam. You have to apply your intellect. You have to apply your skill of action, trick. Desires are dangerous, no doubt. But if there is some thorn has pricked you, how do you remove it? By another thorn. Kantakena eva kantakam. When you have to remove a thorn by another thorn. So you have to control the desires by desires only. And indirectly, here we have seen in Gita, Atmana Uddharet Atmana Atmanam. You have to save yourself by yourself. You have to rectify your mistakes by yourself. You have to control your desires by desires only. You have to control your senses by senses only. No other person can help you. No other can help you. You have to do everything for yourself. So how to control the desires by desires? Huh? By
Higher desire.
higher desires, the mind is a flow of thoughts. So some are gross thoughts, some are subtle, and the same mind, just as in the family, the elderly children, they control the youngsters. They forbid the youngsters not to do like that, not don't go there, don't touch it, always controlling them. Similarly, the same mind, which is subtler than the gross mind and little purer, they can control the gross mind or impure mind. So one has to always help himself. By good desires we can control the bad desires. Bad desires, what are bad? What is called bad? What is called good? Whatever helps you in the path of your goal, achieving goal, that is called good. Whatever obstructs you, that is called bad. Whatever may be your goal. So our goal is absolute. So whatever thoughts obstruct you, whatever desires obstruct you in the path of spirituality, that is known as bad thoughts. And that should be controlled by good thoughts. What are the good thoughts? Which help you? Help you going to reaching your goal. Suppose, for example, you want to go to Gangotri, okay. Somebody comes, do you want to go to Gangotri? There is a seat in my car. Come on, come on. So that is good thought. Helping hand. Helping you reaching your goal. And somebody says, today don't go. There is a landslide in the way. And the road was blocked for 2-3 hours. Have information first, then only you should go. Or else you will be troubled in the way. That is bad thought, obstructing you to reach your goal. So in this way, good thoughts should be, good desires should be acquired to control the bad desires. The worldly desires are said to be taken as bad thoughts and thoughts of the absolute. For example, mantram va sadhayet sarajam va patayet, Buddha promised, let me die or do, achieve my goal. This is also a desire, but this desire destroys all other desires and in the end it disappears by itself. When the goal is reached, it will disappear by itself. Understood? They give the example of hailstones. It destroys all the crops and in the end it melts away itself. Human bomb. The person carrying the bomb dies himself, kills himself and kills others also. So similarly, some desires are there which end in achieving the goal. They themselves disappear, but they kill all other desires. I have to get this. So all other desires are renounced. I don't like to see anyone. Close my eyes and sit without food, without water, let me die or do. These kinds of strong determination, which are nothing but desires, they are helpful. So in this way one should get rid of the desires and should have detachment and jita sanga dosa, should be victorious over the evil of attachment. Adhyatma nitya, if these 2-3 qualities are under control, and then only one can think of the absolute continuously. You see, this is how in Japa Yoga is the best. Anybody can do it. Even the most ignorant person can practice it. Any mantra, any name, murda murda, ulat naam japata jagajana, Valmiki bhai brahma samana. Everybody knows how the dacoit Ratnakar became all-knower Valmiki. What did he do? Did he do japa of any mantra? Nothing. Murda murda mara mara. That is to say, we have to understand, one pointed mind is important. If you go on repeating anything, let it be a mantra of so much power. Oh, this mantra is very powerful. We consider, oh, this mantra is good for this thing. If you want wealth, you should do mantra of japa of Lakshmi mantra. If you want knowledge, Saraswati mantra. All these, we have some hallucinations, some ideas, but anything, the essence is anything wherever the mind is one pointed and it doesn't think of other objects, then that object is under your control, whatever it may be. So anything you can do repeatedly, ceaselessly, day and night, let it be any mantra or anything, don't worry about it. This is how continuous thinking is possible. This is the easiest way. There is some, in Bible also, the Christians also, they do the same thing. In the end of the Bible, there is a term called ceaseless contemplation of the God. Continuous. If you do continuous japa, then the mind automatically gets colored by this sound and its essential thought, either the sound or the form or the meaning, anything. Mind gets colored by it, and other thoughts, they never can dare enter your mental areas. So this is how, and one will feel even in deep sleep, in dream, while walking, talking, doing everything, the mantra chanting will be going on. Then only you can forget the world and you can have continuity. That continuity is a must. That is otherwise known as, to practice this, Anushthan or Purasarana, etc. They do all this timingly. First you have to train yourself. You cannot do because mind is not trained in this way. So slowly, slowly it is possible. And many other ways are also there. So, this Adhyatma Nitya, dwelling constantly in this self. Vinivritta Kamaha, when there is no association, naturally all the desires will be, they will disappear. Desires having completely turned away, no desires whatsoever. This we have discussed now. By practicing good desires, the bad desires will be controlled, or by practicing continuous japa or thought of the Absolute, other thoughts will get away. Dvandehi vimuktaha. Don't think of the pairs of opposites. Pairs of opposites. If you think of the good, there is bad. If you think of the head, tail is there, you cannot avoid it. So, you have to adopt the neutral method, impartial neutral method. Dandehi vimuktaha. Free from pairs of opposites. The world is made up of pairs of opposites. Wherever, whatever, pairs of opposites means two. And two is the root cause of all our miseries and our ignorance, our delusion, our ego, and our everything. Moment there is two, there is relationship, there will be doubts, there will be fear also, there will be ignorance, what is this, what is that, doubts will be there, and association, attachment will be there, desires will crop up. So all the unnecessary things will arise if two is there. This two is good and bad, or day and night, or everywhere, whatever we think, everything has opposite of it. So in this way, the world is made up of pairs of opposites. So one should think of only one, not the two. If I, there should not be mine. I means mine will be there, and mine means many. So if you think of I only. Don't think of mine. I body or my body. If I body, think of the body only. Don't think of the senses or limbs of the body. Don't think of the mind or other things. Think of only body. That will lead you to the Absolute. There is such methods. Whatever is liked by the mind, whatever you like most, you should meditate on this. This is the fundamental rule of meditation. Whatever you like most, you should think of it and forget about others. So everybody likes his body. Think of the body only. Don't worry, the body will disappear. When you think of the body, you become the seer of the body, and you separate from the body naturally. The seer and seen are different from each other. So you become the witness, and body sense will get away. That is the method. If you think of your prana, who doesn't like his prana? That is how vipassana and other methods have developed. Look at your prana, everything will be done. Prana will stop by itself, automatic kumbhak, without any effort, effortless, automatic kumbhak you will have. You will forget everything, neither body, nor prana, nor mind, nothing will be there. So anything you like best, you should meditate on this. This is the method, skill, the trick of yoga. So this is how one should get rid of dvandas, doubles, pairs. One should think of only one. Whatever you like, never mind. Don't worry. Don't worry that is good or that is better. Nothing is better, nothing is good. No object is ever good or bad as we think it by the time, space, conditions. As you value it, that appears as it is. So, don't worry what is good or bad. Just think of one, don't think of two. And other way, two means if the object will be there, there will be the form and name of the form. So forget about the name and forms. Think of the object without names and forms. Think of the banana, don't think of the skin of it. Only banana. Don't think of the color or the value or it is ripened or it is raw. Don't think all these. Only banana, bas. To control and fix the mind on one only, one aspect. And that's how three qualities also can be controlled. It will not change. The change should be stopped. That is continuity, and thereby the mind will be one-pointed and we can have everything under our control. So, free from pairs of opposites and sukha dukkha sangehi, nowhere as pleasure, and freed from the pleasure and pain. That is what we were discussing. If there is no two, there is no pleasure, no pain. If there is no body, there is no senses. If there is no mind, no ego, where is pain and pleasure? Who feels pain and pleasure? So naturally one will go beyond all these. So in this way, all these qualities should be there of an aspirant, then only he will be able to think of the absolute continuously, or else not possible. So Lord gives us all these qualities. And then who are not ignorant now, they are knowable person, who has discrimination, no desires, no ego, no pride, who has no attachment, whose mind is continuously thinking of the absolute, and who is freed from dualistic world, pairs of opposites, and he will be able to think of the absolute and he will be the absolute. As you think, so you become. Think of absolute, you are the absolute. Think of the devil, you are the devil. You become. Think of being an engineer, you will become one engineer. Whatever you think, you become it. Naturally there will be effort to be it, so you will be it. This is how we shall see it again Tuesday. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Sunday, Saturday and Sunday and Monday also will keep closed. And Tuesday we shall have Gita class again in same time, and we shall discuss it still elaborately, because these are the important points for an aspirant. Hari Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevamasisyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai. Sachidananda Bhagavan ki jai. Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Gita Mata ki jai. Hari Om.